What's up, everybody? Whew. It has been a long review season for me. This time around, it is not over yet, but I do have about a couple of weeks of relative break, where I don't have too many high priority things that need to be reviewed. So I thought I would take a moment to come over here and look at the city again. It's been a while. It's been too long for sure. And as it just so happens, I was able to get, for the very first time, 5 trains going at the same time. Is this the first time or is this the second time? I feel like this is the first time I've actually had it on video where the passenger rail is running, the main one. The elevated rail is running. Freight rail is running. And down below, you'll see it coming around in a second. There it goes. The lower temporary light rail power functions conversion is going around, so that's pretty cool. Good to see more motion. It's kind of what I've always wanted. Need to get more things moving even than that. But yeah, I thought I would just take a walk around this place and refamiliarize all of you with where things have been left off with it and let you know my thoughts about it at this point. I have to tell you, I am feeling probably more than ever very strong desire to work on this city, to the point where I don't want to do reviews as much. It's actually getting to that point where the draw to work on this city is so strong, and I'm so far from where I want to be at this time with this city that I just want to just hunker down and just spend the majority of my time working on this. And in that, or on that topic, and in that vein, there's a little bit of good news, I guess, kind of as a trend that's been going on, over the past 3 years, almost 3 years, fewer and fewer people have been interested in watching reviews, full form narrative reviews, with more folks just looking at speed builds, or just the weirdest thing to me is just videos of pictures of sets, the publicly available regular pictures of sets. So there may come a time eventually when I won't need to do my full form, longer, more carefully edited, more carefully narrated review videos, just because people don't care about them that much. That time has not come yet, but it looks like, given the current trend, it may come, which will be fine for me, because I really want to work on this city here so badly. There's so many things that I would like to have done already. There's so many things I would like to be able to show you and talk about in completion now. not in the future. Not talking about things that I will do, not talking about things that are in the plan. I want things that are done. Like this side over here, just that corner right there with the light gray base plates on it. That's something that I wanted to have done plenty long ago. I want to have more done in the downtown area, especially skyscrapers. I would like to have another skyscraper. I really wanted to have another skyscraper by now, by summer 2018. But haven't even started on that. I should be thinking about my third one by now, so I'm definitely behind on that. These buildings in here are probably things that I've been most interested in for the longest time. Just this little strip of area. There are a bunch of smaller buildings that I want to put in here, kind of along the same lines as this dark red one that I did with the ice cream parlor and the arcade and the bike shop. More stuff like that along this line. The stuff back there that's all the modular buildings right now, that's eventually going to be swapped out for tall commercial buildings that'll be skyscrapers, and then eventually come down to slightly shorter heights and all. But yeah, I just want to work on this stuff. I just want to get so much done. Not to mention, of course, that mountain, or that laccolith, that hill. Yeah, okay, it looks cool so far for the progress that's been done on it, but where's the rest? it just needs to be done. So that's kind of where my head is at right now. And I'm going to try to, as best I can, take advantage of these couple of weeks at least before the August 1 release for North America, or at least the Americas, I guess. A lot of the stuff that came out in Europe, will finally be trickling out here. I've got a little bit more Ninjago. I think just a couple, 2 or 3. Oh, this stopped. That's weird. That's really weird. Huh, it just stopped. Maybe you got a stray infrared signal. I'll have to see if I can get that going again. But yeah, a little bit of Ninjago. Some more Star Wars is coming. Is that coming August 1 or is that coming later? It's in the pipeline. But yeah, there will be more stuff coming. Of course, as of the time of the recording of this video, I also have the Bugatti that still needs to be done. That's a major project that'll just stop everything for several days. Not a good use of my time, but I will do it because it's a pretty big one and it's pretty important. Down here, I did want to talk about something and show you something. This is just an idea that I came up with today as I was doing some cleanup work. I've done a lot of cleanup work over the past couple of days with all the all the sets that have been reviewed already. I keep thinking I'm hearing this elevated rail going up above, but it's not. I think it just got a stray infrared signal. So yeah, Death Star. This is interesting to me. This is something that could actually work. Death Star in the middle of a roundabout, converted. Think about it. This is going to be this whole cyberpunk zone per your feedback. The majority of the feedback that I got when I asked for it about what to do, how to theme this whole area, this whole Mellenby area down here. And just imagine that being an old relic of some sort, still futuristic, but old, kind of in universe, and converted over to like little shops, little street shops and stuff. It's just a big structure that was there, and there's not enough money or organization to get it torn down. Nobody wanted to tear it down, so they would just take over and start putting shops in there, and it would kind of be like just street space, alleyways and such. Just take the basic structure, leave most of what's there, and add in some color, add in a little bit more access, bring some people in there, and bring it to life. Connect it down to the ground a little bit with some random poles, have some advertisements, some signs up and stuff, and then just have traffic going around it. Kind of smooth things into the base, a lot of junk around the base of it and everything. Put up some railing, a little bit of scaffolding maybe, just stuff around the outside, not rebuilding it. I definitely don't want to get into redoing a bunch of stuff with it. I want to keep the basic structure there. I want to still have a Death Star, but just putting stuff on top of it. Let me know what you think about that. You think that could actually work out? I think that it could be something really interesting visually and could really work well with this cyberpunk style theme that you guys asked for, and provide a different shape rather than just having a lot of mostly rectangular things, structures that are connected to each other. I think this could be an interesting centerpiece, especially with more color added to it. I've not done anything else down there just yet. Oh yeah, another one that's coming is Ninjago City Docks. That's the other one. So I've got Oni Titan, Ninjago City Docks, and Destiny's Wing, I think, are the 3 main Ninjago sets that are yet to be released and that I haven't gotten from overseas. So those will be added to those are in the review queue. I just need to wait for them to be released at all. But anyway, that's that. Let me know what you think about the Death Star idea. It wouldn't be canonically a Death Star. I guess it could be, but it wouldn't make sense to have a Death Star underneath New JANG City. Maybe it would be some old alien structure, alien ship that was downed by the Planetary Defense Force ages ago, or maybe it was even an experimental Planetary Defense Force station that was abandoned. You know, it kind of fell out of style. People didn't like the idea of it. They thought it was too imposing, and so they just left it where it was being manufactured underground or something. I don't know. Lots of stories could be made up for it, but the most important thing is for me to hear what you all think about what that might look like, or just the idea of it in general. So anyway, I'm going to keep working on some cleanup tasks. It's time for me to do another round of dusting. I haven't dusted in the better part of a year, so it's finally starting to be apparent. You can see some of it down in there. It's not bad. You know, I do keep the place vacuumed pretty well. We're pretty good with dust in general, but it's time for a nice deep clean to have a good basis. And then I also desperately want to work on that zoo. Oh, so badly. We've got more and more animals, official animals released from Lego, and I want to integrate a bunch of them. I want to make this bigger, more interesting, and do a nice new fresh tour video. This will be so much better once I redo it. I mean, a lot of people, so many people have enjoyed the original one and the full tour of the original one, and I like it too, but compared to where I want it to be, what I want it to look like, this is amateur hour stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Need to fill in that space over there eventually. Oh yeah, even before that, I want to get this worked out, get this finished up. You know, I did the whole shoreline along here. It needs a little bit of adjustment, but to make it look like the terrain is taller, is higher up than the water, I did all that rock work, but then it needs to be smoothed out on the other side of the track. It needs to be smoothed down and, you know, create that transition back to the residential area back there. Fortunately, at least this is still looking pretty good because it's fairly complete. Needs a little bit more activity right in that big open space there, but this is in general an area that I can be pretty happy with. I'm not satisfied with the areas underground yet, or underwater. More colorful than ever, more variety than ever is already present, but I want more. I want to do more. I guess it'll help when I eventually get the second screen, the TV, put back there like I've got already set up over here. I don't have it on right now, but you know, you've seen that before. But that'll help with things. And then there's also the whole Minecraft area down there. Let me go ahead and go around the corner to the Minecraft area again, because almost pulled my microphone out there. You know, I added this extra space, a whole half table worth of space, and yeah, the Ender Dragon fell again. I don't know why. Anyway, yeah, I added this extra half table of space, and then I just haven't used that space yet. And I've actually played more Minecraft in the past year again, so most of my Minecraft actual play occurred back in 2014 to 2015, and I took mostly a long time off, did a little bit here and there, but a friend of mine has a realm that he's got that he rented for a handful of us. You know, it's a very closed private thing, but a handful of us are working on it. We did some interesting projects and kind of started again, and it's even better. We found a great spot, great area to have as our base of operations. Lots of wonderful terrain, lots of access to rare stuff, and so, you know, I've got a lot more motivation again to add to this and to add in things that didn't exist when I was building a lot of this. You know, maybe add another biome off to the side. That's probably what I'll end up doing. That'll actually work. Think about it. That'll actually work pretty well. Yeah, I need to get some acacias in here so I can just set that up and do some llamas and stuff. Over here have the more olive colored area, you know, use that same color that I used to represent the arid grass, and just bring that on over. That's what I'll do. Great. Just made that decision. Awesome. Now at least I know what I'm going to do. It's just a matter of when I'll do it. That's not high priority though, even though I have played fairly recently. It's not high priority. Much higher priority is working on this. And, you know, Planetary Defense Force Base needs to go back there and stuff. But terrain needs to get finished in, and yeah, I just need to do it. So there you go. Just talking as I think, thinking as I talk, letting you know kind of where I'm at, what I'm thinking, and what I want to do. Let me know if you have any thoughts about what I've said, especially about the Death Star down below, or anything else. And I'll talk to you again as soon as I can, which will be very soon indeed. Bye for now.